Hello and welcome to part 2 of our little road trip around Europe. It is Nürburgring day, so we were quite excited about this. We wanted to go and visit and maybe have a little go on the track, we shall see. So we left our campsite outside Eindhoven and headed pretty much straight there. We wanted to get as much time around the ring as we could to sort of just hang out, see the sights, do a bit touristy bits there. So we went straight there. Once we'd crossed into Germany and started getting closer to Nürburgring, we found ourselves on some much more interesting roads. Once we had checked in and dropped off our stuff at our campsite, set up our tents, we decided to head down to the ring. This was the hottest day of our trip. It was 45 degrees and we were dying.
So I might leave it in gear.
So it was finally our turn to go on the ring. Now I just want to put it out there that I don't ride sports bikes. I've never ridden on a track before in my life. I ride cruisers and adventure bikes. I also purposely pulled over to the right quite a lot to let faster cars and bikes pass. Bit for safety and a bit, you know, so everyone can enjoy the track if I'm a little bit slower. My bike is also only an 800, so top speed, probably not as fast as others. But enjoy my little highlights of the ring and don't hate on me too much. All that excitement, we decided to head out and explore the local area and grab some dinner for the evening. And so it was the next day. We left our campsite at Nürburgring and headed towards Dinant, where we'd be spending the night. We decided to explore the town, have some food there, and just have a bit of a more slowed down, chilled day. So we headed back into Belgium for this final day.
I'll be the wrong camera anyway. Oh, one.
Safety did not come yet. That's a long burst of fire for a Maxim.
You got a little stool.
Ooh, they're going down. That's why I stack it.
Yeah, they're a bit sideways.
Oh my god.
Morning.
Ow, me ankle. Oh, bike boots are not made for this kind of thing. Oh my god, they're on like a 45-degree sun.
Who's done this?
Oh my god.
Whoever did the plans to this needs to be shot.
Oh my god. I can't get down.
Why is it so
Can you keep moving? Jesus. Look at the angle of those stairs. I'm literally. I feel I'm falling over.
Is this intentional?
I don't know.
I should hope so, otherwise this is very dangerous.
What are you going to say?
Why is there water? Oh my god, yeah. Where are you?
No, that's water.
Where are you supposed to go here?
I hope the stairs going back up aren't like this, I'll fall and die.
Yeah, there's water down there.
Oh, I'm gonna have a wetsuit now. Guys, this is not for me, this is making my whole head spin.
I didn't realise this was here. This is fun. I'm gonna roll into the water.
You could have put a warning telling you the stairs are sideways.
Yeah, well they probably did, but we probably
could have
know what
put like
it
a-
said.
Yeah, we probably couldn't understand it because it was in a different language.
Okay, yeah, this is...
Is this like half full?
What's that?
That must be a exhibit. Oh, but they use. Bit of interesting, isn't it? Oh, wait.
After that fun little explore of Dinant, it was off to our final campsite of the trip.
Beautiful. Lovely. Sick. We're camping there? Here? Yeah? Shady? Yeah, nice and shaded.
Right there.
So where's the toilet building then?
It's that block.
Right back at the start.
There.
They pointed it out. There's only one toilet. So
We ended up heading back into that little town we passed to find some food. We went to a pizza place where nobody spoke any English, so we had to bring out our not the greatest French. And then we pretty much just went straight to bed, so I don't have any footage from the campsite because we were all just so exhausted. But the next day we just had to trek all the way to Calais to get the train back to the UK, and that was it for that day. So not a lot happened really. Google Maps then took us down this track that was extremely slippery. We had a couple of little wibbly wobblies on the way down. Before we knew it, we were ready to get back on the train. We had a small delay where we had to wait for a later train and ended up getting separated, but we all met up on the other side. And just like that, we were back in the UK. Not long after getting off at Folkestone, we all split ways to head home. I really hope you've enjoyed this series. I filmed all of this stuff way before I even thought of doing YouTube, and I just filmed it for memories and that kind of thing, but I thought I'd put it all together to make a bit of a movie for our trip. And if you did like it and you want to see more stuff, have a look at my other videos, which are a bit more filmed purposely for YouTube, and subscribe if you feel like it.